Tails, a name that's iconic in the Sonic franchise. He's smart, caring, and just look at that little face. Adorable. It's undeniable that Tails is the most scrunkly character in the entire series, and I will fight anyone on this. Seriously, here's some lightning fast reasons why. He's a fox, objectively the silliest animal in the entire kingdom. He's shy and reserved, classic traits of a scrunkly angel, and he's shorter than almost everyone else, which only adds to his charm. So, with all this in mind, does Tails get the appreciation he truly deserves? From the highest of highs from our high-flying hero to the lowest of lows for poor little Miles, today we're breaking down Tails' journey in the Sonic franchise and answering one big question. Is Tails an underappreciated character? For over 30 years, Tails has been Sonic's loyal sidekick. He's always by his side, never leaving his shadow. And he can kick butt all the same. He is the best friend everyone asks for, but does his team treat him the same? Does Tails actually get the appreciation he deserves? Well, for starters, let's have a look at Tails' achievements and how his friends reacted to it. First, let's talk about Tails' heroic sacrifice for Station Square. And yes, I'm calling it a sacrifice because Tails absolutely went in there accepting the fact he could indeed fail. This act was a huge moment for him. It helped him realize that he is brave, that he can do it. So, let's have a look at how his friends reacted to this accomplishment.
Hey, I did it! You saved the day! You're the best! I did it all by myself!
We're forever grateful!
While it is true that Station Square itself recognizes Tails for making this choice, saving hundreds if not thousands of lives that day, his friends on the other hand? Well, it's very easy to say that this incredible feat of his never actually gets recognized by any of his friends, not even Sonic. And that just sucks. Imagine doing all that hard work and all the recognition you get is from those directly involved, and not at all from those that you work with to save lives. Tails saved an entire city, proved he didn't need Sonic to be a hero, and yet his own friends barely acknowledged it. That's not just disappointing, it's unfair. This was Tails' moment of independence, his one time to shine, to show that he can step up to the plate, and just, what? Why does no one ever recognize this in later games? Why is this never brought up again? Like seriously, that's simply not fair.
Is everyone alright? We should be landing soon.
Next up, Tails vs. Dr. Eggman in Sonic Adventure 2. Tails single-handedly defeats Dr. Eggman in Sonic Adventure 2. After unknowingly playing a part in Sonic being launched into space, you'd think he'd break down.
You've turned into a big-time villain, Doctor!
Whoa! You thought you could trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?
So, how did you know it wasn't the real one?
Tails!
Because you just told me, Fox Boy. Now, for a little space ride. If the capsule clears the colony, bam!
I'm counting on you, Tails. And Amy, take care of yourself.
But nope, Tails doesn't let it crush him. Instead, he uses Sonic's supposed demise as fuel to push himself harder than ever. He refuses to give up, refuses to let Eggman win.
Sonic!
Huh?
Sonic has asked me for the first time to do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up!
And then, he does what nobody expected. He beats Eggman in a one-on-one fight. Here's why this is absolutely awesome. Tails steps up without Sonic. This is his moment to prove he can be a hero in his own right. He defeats Eggman one of the smartest villains in the series, all by himself. He fights not just for himself, but for Sonic, believing that he has to carry on his legacy. You might wonder, like, how would his friends react to this sort of achievement? You'd think this would be a huge moment for Tails, a turning point, some well-earned recognition. But nope, no one really acknowledges it. The moment is overshadowed as the story moves forward, and Tails' big win is treated like just another step in the mission. So, why does that matter? Well, this was Tails' chance to step out of Sonic's shadow, and he absolutely earned it. But despite proving himself against Eggman, his friends barely acknowledge his victory. It's just another case of Tails doing something incredible and getting no recognition for it.
Wait up, Sonic!
So, spoiler warning for those that haven't watched it. The next session contains spoilers for the ending of Sonic X. If you haven't watched it yet, which you absolutely should, it's a fantastic show, now's your chance to pause and check it out first. You've been warned. Tails' heroic efforts in Sonic X Season 3 just completely ignored. If there's one time that Tails went above and beyond for the team, it was during the entirety of Season 3 in Sonic X. This wasn't just fixing up the tornado or helping out behind the scenes. Tails was a key player in a galactic war.
The Metarex! It's a trap! Hang on, everybody, I'm gonna do a fast 180!
He piloted the Blue Typhoon, a spaceship that he developed in what we can only assume is like a matter of weeks. He developed advanced weaponry, and was constantly putting his life on the line.
They're firing at anything they can! I think we should retreat fast!
But we can't turn back, we've come too far!
What do you say, Tails? Do we fight?
We'll use the power cannon! The best thing to do is to aim directly for the mothership!
He wasn't just Sonic's sidekick anymore. He was a leader, strategist, and fighter. And the most heartbreaking part? The sacrifice he had to make. When it came to stopping the Metarax once and for all, Tails had to make the hardest decision of his life. Destroying Cosmo to save the universe.
But you're my friend, Cosmo. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. Trust me, Tails. You have to fire. It's the only way to save all of us. I trust you. But you mean a lot to me.
He didn't just lose a friend, he lost the person he loved. Now, why is this awesome? Well, pretty much Tails was basically the backbone of the team throughout the entire season. He was responsible for building and maintaining their only real weapon against the Metarax. He personally fought in battles, proving he's more than just the tech guy. He made the ultimate sacrifice, choosing to destroy Cosmo to save the entire universe. Now, you might be wondering, well, how did his friends react to this? Or perhaps, like, you've already watched it, you already know. Well, despite single-handedly keeping the team afloat, he barely gets recognized for his contributions. After losing Cosmo, his grief is just brushed aside, everyone moves on, and Sonic barely acknowledges what Tails went through. The entire team acts like everything is back to normal, even though Tails' entire world just shattered. The only real recognition he gets...
Sonic? Sonic! I know you're mad at me, but
Here, Tails. Sorry.
is Sonic walking up to him after Cosmo's death, and Tails? He flinches. He genuinely thinks Sonic is going to hurt him for what he did. That alone says so much for how little appreciation he gets. And again, I'll ask, why does this matter? Well, this was Tails' biggest character arc in the entire franchise, and yet his efforts were barely acknowledged. He proved himself to be a true hero, someone who could make the impossible choices and fight for the greater good. But when it was all over, he didn't get so much as a thank you. Once again, Tails gave it his all, and once again, his friends barely seemed to notice. So, with all this in mind, Let's ask ourselves the big question again. After everything, stopping a missile that threatened an entire city, defeating Eggman single-handedly on the space colony Ark, and even saving the universe from an entire alien race, sacrifice after sacrifice after sacrifice. So, does Tails truly get the appreciation he deserves? Personally, I don't think so. Not even close. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did I miss any moments where Tails didn't get the recognition he deserved? Or do you have a favorite moment where he actually did get the respect he's owed? Let's talk about it, because this character absolutely deserves all the love in the world. And hey, if you liked the video, why not give it a thumbs up, you know? And if you want to see more content like this in the future, well, subscribe and turn on notifications, because I'm going to be pumping out way more of these. But for now, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone, and remember, stay flying.